it's Tanya, and I quickly just wanted to say that yes, yay, I am still on the design team, so there will be many more weekly sketch challenges ahead of us. And yes, this is the latest one, and I am using up my January kits, and you would have seen with the sketch that I put it on its side because I thought, the orientation went better with the photographs I wanted to use. And then I also had this brainwave. The sketch had some painting in the background, and I didn't particularly want to do any mixed media, wasn't feeling the joy of mixed media, so I decided to make fake paint strips with my patterned paper, and so that's what I do. But first I'm going to get these lovely frames on, and these photographs I have scrapbooked some of them. We had a wonderful time. We did a photo shoot at a local antique store and just had loads of fun by messing around with the stuff in there and taking photographs. So yes, I thought I would be ever so smart, and I've seen people do this with tissue paper. It probably works better with tissue paper than it does with cardstock paper, but you take your brush and you wet it, and then you paint water lines around, and then you tear the paper. As you can see, it worked reasonably well. It made it slightly easier. And as you can see there, that's why I said it only made it slightly easier, because this one just did not tear as nicely, but it gave the impression that I wanted it to give, and so I actually am extraordinarily happy with how this layout came out. So feeling very chuffed with myself, yes. And what can I tell you? Well, yes, okay, I did briefly, very, very briefly in the beginning say that I am back on the team, not back on the team. I keep saying that, and I'm not. I haven't left the team. I am remaining on the team. That's a better way of saying it. And I am so super excited to be doing that. I love the Hip Kit Club, and I love Kimberly. And as you would have seen if you are a long-term viewer of mine, I recently got to meet her at Creativation. So it's just been wonderful, and I am so very grateful that she has decided to choose me again. And yes, it's just a lot of fun. As I mentioned, I am using the January kits. I have loved the January kits. They were so full of wonderful products to play with. I have received my February kits, so I'll be able to play with those, and hopefully I will get an unboxing up soon. Life just hasn't been on my side with that. Oh my gosh, I've been having car troubles. I'll tell you a bit about that later. What a nightmare. Anyway, so I chose my background, and then I chose that black and white striped paper because I wanted it to pop. I think it gives quite a dramatic flair to the whole layout. And yeah, again, I've done what I love doing, and that is playing with the title and basically making the title kind of my journaling. And I thought that I would use that. Initially I thought I would use that celebrate, but I don't think I do in the end. But I had this idea in mind. I was going to use the 2 words day, and that's why I cut up that birthday. But then it kind of takes a little bit of a turn, and I bring the birth back, and we use birthday. But that's the nice thing about getting these pre-made words in these kits. They give you so many opportunities to really play with your titles and come up with interesting ways of using them. You don't actually have to use the word, particularly like that celebrate or birthday, where you can, they're not fused together, the words, so you can split them up and make other words. Could have a lot of fun with that, actually. A bit like a word puzzle. So yes, so now I'm getting these Pinkfish Studio words in there, letters in there, although not at the moment, but I do. And my title's going to read Party. I think it reads Party Like Every Day Is Your Birthday, because I just thought that was a cute thing to say. And yeah, it very much ties in with the photographs and the story, because that's pretty much what we were doing. We were just having fun, and you always have fun on your birthday. Well, hopefully. I suppose the older you get, maybe you don't have so much fun on your birthday. I don't. I still do. I love birthdays. It's birthdays and Christmas. Actually anything that gets you a present is good in my book. So yeah, and those beautiful letter stickers that we got that I used for the every and the it's. Oh gosh, they are just gorgeous. So, and what I'm going to do is that the letters that we got were actually, they're kind of a navy blue, but I'm going to get a Sharpie and color them black because I felt that would make them pop a bit better, and I very bravely do it actually after I've stuck them down on the layout, which probably in hindsight wasn't such a brilliant thing to do because I kind of went off the letters onto the paper, but it's okay. I mean, these little things are fine. And what I'm doing here is just making sure that it all fits in nicely together. That's another thing about it's, getting your words to, I think it's called nestling. Is it called nestling when you fit it all nicely in like that? I'm not sure, but I believe Jen Scow is the past master of that, and apparently I don't know how to spell birthday because I left out the H. And she actually, Jen Scow, is on the team, so that is exciting stuff. In fact, there are a lot of new girls on the team, some very, very talented girls. It's going to be so much fun seeing all the projects that they come and share with us. Yes, and speaking of that, you need to come and share your projects with us too, particularly on a Friday, because that's when I post the sketch challenge in the Facebook forum. And you can come along and play, and you don't have to be a member of the Hip Kit Club to do it. You can use anything in your stash. We're just happy to have you there and playing along, as long as you post your layout in the thread that I create, or if I'm not around, somebody else creates it for me. And yes, you get a week to play, and there is a $10 coupon code to the Hip Kit Club online store up for grabs. And I know I say it often, and I'm going to say it again, you have to be in it to win it. So yes, and speaking of using $10 off, the March kits have been revealed. Oh my gosh, I mean, it's so exciting. Here I am playing with the January, got the February, and already lusting after March. But yeah, they look super, super fun. So yes, looking forward to those too. And yeah, I decided to get a little bit, for me, I thought quite creative actually, in putting those plant pots on the words. And I do change it up a little bit because some of them are a bit big, and I do take away the cake that I've got perched on the Y because it doesn't look bad, but I had all these other little puffy stickers and elements that I wanted to use that I decided to take it away and put something instead. I think it's one of those pot plants I put there. I can't remember, but there we go. I've decided to remove it and see what I can do. There, that one. Super cute. Puffy stickers are the best, aren't they? I mean, you just can't go wrong with a really pretty puffy sticker. So yeah, let me tell you about my car woes. I don't know, my car is old. It's got 460,000 kilometers on the clock, and I don't know what that is in miles, but it's a ton. And yeah, it keeps having a recurring issue. And what'll happen is I'll be driving along, gay abandon, living my best life, singing to the radio, and then it'll suddenly yell at me. It doesn't actually yell at me. My car doesn't talk to me, but it flashes this red word that says stop in capital letters, and then it goes into freak out mode, and then flashes the oil sign at me, and then says service manual, and get it to the garage instantaneously. And this generally happens when I'm on the busiest part of my journey to work, as it did this morning. And so I got to the side of the road and phoned hubby, and of course his phone wasn't working, so I had to wake my daughter up. Fortunately, the younger generation are like permanently glued to their phones, so they don't mind. They actually have it on, and not on silent or anything. They actually have it on, and they hear it when it goes. So I got her to pass the phone to hubby and told him my tale of woe. And yes, he came and rescued me, but I mean, I live quite a far away, and I was almost at work, so it took him a good hour to get there. There I was, stuck at the side of the road for an hour, watching YouTube videos and having all the cars go screaming past me. It was a bit nerve-wracking, I must say. Here we go. This is where I take my Sharpie and I colour it into black. And I do think that was a good decision, because it really does make them pop a bit more, and it ties in with the black of the word party. And yeah, I thought that I would do this to give it a bit more interest. So I peeled back some of the paper and then got my tiny attacher and stapled that down. And what am I doing now? I did some journaling on my trusty typewriter, and then I decided to cut it up, and then I do a whole faffy thing about where I'm going to put all the words, and then I cut even more of the words up. But in the end, I like the way that I have it arranged on the layout. So yeah, I even did journaling on here besides my title. So I really was very chuffed with how this came out. Very pleased. I was very pleased with myself. Patted myself on the back. Mind you, I do that quite often, actually. I have a very good self-image. Oh yeah, good stuff. Anyway, so yeah, so that is what I have done here with the layout, and I don't think I've got very much more to do. I think I just faff around with the, there we go. That's when I suddenly think, okay, why don't I put it here as well as over there? And I duly do that. So yes, I hope you have enjoyed this. I hope you're going to come to the Facebook forum and join in on the challenge, and maybe even win that $10 coupon code. You just never know. So thank you once again, and yeah, you know the deal. Like, subscribe, comment if you wish to, and I wish you a very merry day, and we will chat again soon. Bye bye.